think we're live. Yeah, it says live. We did it.
Hooray.
We did it. We learned how
We're
to
on the
go live.
internet.
Yeah, we learned how to go on the internet. Yay. Oh, man. What a week. Where have you been? You've been gone last week.
Yeah, I was in San Jose. I was attempting to qualify for the Nintendo World Championship because I have good priorities in life.
I'm guessing you didn't listen to TDP last week, because why would
Nope.
you? But Sean was basically saying how he's angry at you for not saying that you would be in the area. He would have gone and visited.
I thought he was 2 hours away and he doesn't have a car. So I'm like, there's no point telling him. And then he messages me and he's like, yeah, it's only an hour away by bus. I'm like, oh, shit. And then he just never responded after that. He also messaged me. He also messaged me that I think on Friday.
Oh, yeah.
And then
It's already
like,
too late.
no, I was there till Monday. He just didn't
Oh, really?
come down. Yeah.
I thought you went home like Saturday night or Sunday or something.
No, dude, I was there till Monday morning.
Oh, okay. Did he meet up with you at all then? Or like try
Nope.
to or anything? No?
He,
Okay.
he never even responded to. He's like, yo, you're in San Jose and didn't want to hang out? This is August 19th. Oh, so this was Saturday he messaged me.
Oh,
So I said,
okay.
I was planning on only doing the NWC and I didn't realize San Fran was so close. He says, I live an hour from you in where he is. And I said, oh, shit. And then
Yeah.
he didn't message me back until Monday evening saying SNES Classic is up at Best Buy. Like,
Yeah.
he didn't. I was expecting, like, oh, maybe he'll come down because I've told him this is where I will be for the rest
Yeah.
of the time. I guess he just assumed I was leaving early or something.
That son of a bitch messaged me that too, and then I was just like, yeah, Sean, Best Buy US, not Canada. Like, thanks, sack of crap. He made me actually get up and check the website to see. It was like, you know what? I'll see if I could get one of these. Sure enough, no. He was talking about bestbuy.com, not .ca. CA had nothing. And continues to have nothing.
I went to the local EB when the day they had announced that pre-orders were going up.
Yeah.
And apparently people knew pre-orders were going up before they officially announced pre-orders were going up, and there was already a line and they were already sold out.
Holy shit.
They had 36 pre-orders. It had been less than an hour before they had announced it by the time I got there, and they said they'd been sold out for almost that hour.
I mean, that's not surprising necessarily, but I'm surprised people knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's... Yeah.
Dude, it was such a hassle getting an NES Classic. It's going to be such a pain getting the SNES.
Yeah, I will say with the SNES Classic, I've already heard more people that I talk to regularly say, yeah, I got one. So
that's a good hope, at least.
I feel like that's a good sign. Like, even Steven, like Zawind or whatever, he apparently just logged on and bought one that day as well.
Jeez, apparently I was unlucky.
Yeah, which is weird because usually you're able to like find those and it's everyone else I know that doesn't. So
Nope, no luck this year.
yeah, I'm sure there'll be plenty at some point.
I hope.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not holding my breath for that. Right now, I guess the next purchase is a Switch probably for me still. At some point. And I'm kind of not holding my breath for that either. Although I haven't really been looking either.
Switches have been easier to find, I think.
Yeah.
And if I'd known you were looking for a Switch, I actually would have picked you up one in San Jose because Nintendo brought an insane amount of them to the NWC.
Oh, to
like
sell?
there were pyramids of them. I'm like, Jesus, that's like
That's really
200
funny.
Switches right there. And they
That's
sold
really
a
funny.
huge chunk of them, so yeah.
I have a little bit of money set away for a Switch for when I'm out, and it's like, oh, there's one. I'll just pick one up. But, like, I'm not looking necessarily. It's just kind of like when it happens, it happens. I'm in no rush. I will be more in a rush when Odyssey comes out. So
That's fair.
that's the one I want. Like, that's the game I really want to see what the hype is about and all that stuff. But, yeah. So you were
They had-
gone. Sean and I
they had
did
the demo
our
there
thing.
of the Odyssey there, so I got to play that for a bit.
Yeah, how was it?
Pretty good, honestly. The controls feel a little weird comparatively, I guess, because it's been a while since I played a 3D Mario platformer.
Is it because of the controllers, maybe? Because I don't really...
Maybe it was the separate pieces.
That's what I figured, yeah.
And I'm like, nope, that's not how I'm playing this game when it comes out.
Right, yeah, exactly. But it felt okay?
Yeah, no, it was cool. It was like a very open world Mario game. Like they would show you like, oh, here's the obvious objective. Like here's an obvious hint to where you need to go next. And along the way, like you could veer off and you could just find other like moons, which are the star equivalent in this game.
Okay. That sounds probably what I want. The thing is that even though I'm always like, I hate 3D Mario games, I really like 3D World, like quite a bit. And I don't know why. I think it was just kind of like, it was just easy to pick up.
Probably.
Yeah, it was just easy to pick up and play.
This is definitely more akin to Sunshine and 64 because
I did
it was
like
just
Sunshine.
Like, yeah, because there was no timer. You had 3 or 6 hit points depending on how you were doing, but you could also like collect like currency to buy stuff in shops. Like
Okay.
one of the moons I bought was straight up in a store.
Oh,
The demo started me with enough money, so I just went and bought it. And then I could also buy like a pinstripe suit and a bunch of other stuff. It was really cool.
nice. I want a pinstripe suit.
Yeah,
That sounds good.
Stealing like bodies of like enemies was kind of cool too. Like there were bullet bills firing at you, but then you just threw your hat and then you became the bullet bill and you could fly
Yeah.
around the stage.
That sounds so fun to me. Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, I'm actually pretty excited for it. It'll be a good time.
Yeah, and that stuff, like, with throwing the hat felt okay. Like, it controlled fine
Yeah,
and all that.
I mean, like, because it was one of the main mechanics was literally just like the hat throws out in front of you. If anything touches the hat, you become that item.
Do you, like, have a lock on or something if you want to become a certain thing?
That I don't remember if there was. I never really had a problem hitting anything with the hat,
Okay.
though. So
Okay, cool. That sounds cool. I'm excited for it. I think it'll
Yeah.
be pretty cool.
yeah, they also had a demo for the new Metroid game, which I also played. So that was also good.
Yeah, I heard... Okay, so this was the same team that did Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2 Mirror of Fate or whatever, right?
Well, no, it's Mercury Steam. They did all of the Lords of Shadow games.
Oh, okay. I heard bad things about that specific one, though.
Lords of Shadow Mirror of Fate, which is their Metroidvania game, was awful.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm a
hated
little
it.
worried about. What
I'm
they
worried
do
about
with
that
this.
too, but like I liked what I played of the demo.
Okay, cool.
So I have hope for this one. I have a slimmer of hope. I am cautiously optimistic because of Mercury Steam.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I hope it's good because
Yeah.
I've wanted this for a
It
while.
handled really good. The controls felt tight. Pacing seemed good. It definitely it's. I don't know if it's going to be as good as AM2R was because AM2R I feel like was tuned to be like super Metroid Fusion style, like fast paced
Sure.
kind of gameplay.
Yeah,
This one
yeah.
felt a little slower, but like the melee counters and stuff like that kept it up to speed, and the free aiming really helped a lot. So I don't know. I think it'll be good.
Yeah.
And they've also explicitly said like, hey, this game's sales will basically dictate whether or not you get any more 2D Metroids. So
Yeah, I mean, that alone is going to have me buy it even if I don't play it right away.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Because, yeah, I really like 2D Metroids, so that's what I want. I don't want Prime games, I want more of that thing. So I'm excited anyway. How did the whole reason you were down there go?
I got third.
Okay. All things
But
considered, that's quite good.
Yeah, but unfortunately that didn't mean shit. I had to be
Yeah.
first or nothing.
So even if you were second, they would have been like, you're still get nothing at all.
Yeah, the best
Okay.
case scenario would have been second, I guess, aside from actually winning, because second place at least meant if the person can't go for any reason, you're the backup.
Sure. Right, and then all you had to do was like poison them, and then you would have been good to go.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Perfect. Perfect
It's
plan.
much easier.
But no, apparently the guy that got first place in San Jose is one of the top 10 Mario Kart players in the world.
Of course he is.
He is formerly from Ontario. He apparently moved to San Jose a month ago. And he just yeah, my fucking luck. Fucking moved to San Jose a month before the actual event. Didn't even know the event was
Wow.
the event wasn't even announced at the time.
Wow.
What shitty ass luck, man.
From
Not that it would-
Ontario.
Yeah.
All right.
So like
Holy Christ.
I know I'm a little salty about that now that after finding that out. But like it wouldn't have mattered anyways because there was another guy who showed up and beat my time anyways. He
Right.
just didn't destroy my time as much as this guy did.
So, like, just for reference to people who might not be aware, what was your time?
My final time at the event was 117,860, I think, something like that. I don't remember the last three digits. I think it was 8 something something.
Okay, so if we rounded down 117, we'll say. What was his time?
The guy who got second place was 116,100.
Okay.
And the guy who got first place was 114,993.
Yeah, that's fucking brutal. Like, that guy. Holy crap.
So the fastest time known online right now is like 113,600, I think. I don't know. I have a video for 113,800 on my screen right now. So it ends up there is a glitch on the map they picked.
Okay.
And I thought the glitch was not allowed for the event. I thought it was patched out. You couldn't do it. You could do it.
Great. That's awesome.
Yeah.
What the fuck, Nintendo?
Yeah, I know. So many things. I'm just like, oh, man, really? But at the same time, like, I should have known. I should have known better. That I should have kept trying.
Yeah.
Like the first time, I've had one successful run using like part of the glitch since, and it already cut my max time down by like almost a full second.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it makes that big a difference.
That's bullshit. That's fucking bad. Just the fact that they have one game to determine that is what drives me up the wall. My biggest concern has been that the people who win every single event are all going to be like Mario Kart speedrunners. Right. And so far, like looking at the two locations going on this weekend, LA and Chicago, that's people who are in the lead. The Chicago has a guy in second place who's a YouTuber. Okay. Third place is also a YouTuber now that I think about it. And LA top two are just so far ahead. They're both the top two in LA are faster than the guy in San Jose. Oh, I'm sure. LA's probably super competitive.
Yeah, apparently like some of the other best players in the world decided to go to LA.
Great.
Or I guess North America, because it's only open to US and Canada.
Right. Man.
But yeah, so like they are dominating there. The only exception so far has been New York, which had bizarrely like low times by comparison to everywhere else. Even though like I think the winning time in LA was 116,100. Okay. And yeah, but by comparison right now, LA's in low 114s, like close to 113. Chicago's in the low 116s, I think. I just tweeted all this out. You think I'd remember this? And yeah, like Chicago was in New York with like the top 5 who were all using the glitch were all in 16s. But the guy who won in New York is John Numbers, the guy who won the 2015 Nintendo World Championship.
Oh, man.
So he is getting a chance to defend his title and go for the 2-time.
That's pretty cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
But I also, I'm glad it's just not a like a Mario Kart time trial player for once. I'm glad at least one of the 8 slots is going to someone who isn't.
Yeah. That's really shitty that the others aren't, though. That they're all like the best in the world at this stupid game are getting in. I'm curious to see like how next week's are going to go. Next week is in Minneapolis and Dallas. Okay. Dallas has some more speedrunners going, but no one knows about Minneapolis right now. Like no one knows who's going to Minneapolis, which means it could actually be up in the air. Especially considering it's the same weekend as PAX West, so a lot of people will be at PAX West. Are you gonna try again, or are you done? If I can get my time down, I'll fly out to either Seattle or Miami. That's gonna be the last one I can go to. Right. Miami. Seattle, a guy going to Seattle was like, "Hey, before you book your flight, here's my time," and I'm like, "Oh, for fuck's sake." So it's on par. It's on par with the times in LA right now. So I'm like, okay, Seattle's out. Yeah. Yeah, you kind of don't want to waste the trip, right? Like that's the problem. Yeah, like if it's a waste of time at that point. Yeah. So I don't know. If I do try, it looks like Miami might be my only hope, and that's just only because I haven't heard who's going to Miami yet. That might be a threat. People have said like there's some pretty good guys, but what's their definition of pretty good? Yeah. Hi, Bagel. Hi, Bagel. Whining about something. He's like, no, don't leave again.
Mhm.
Man, that's too bad, though.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Did you have fun on the trip, at least? Besides that?
Aside from the sunburn, because we had to stand outside in California weather.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of rough.
Yeah, outside with no shade until like 2 o'clock when the sun finally went behind the building.
Yeah, and everybody's just like collectively, oh, thank God.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I felt bad for some of the people they had to organize groups in that because they were stuck there wearing like all black. I'm like, oh God, they really gave you the short end of the stick here.
Yeah, no kidding. So yeah, you went down. Sean and I did our thing. It was okay, I guess. He is away this week, as you can probably tell. I think he's playing Quidditch or some other dorky thing that he calls a sport. So
I mean, let's be real. I did the ultimate dorky thing last week, so I think he gets a little slack for Quidditch.
We'll give him this one.
Yeah,
we'll give him this one for sure. But yeah, that is our intro, I suppose. So yeah, you're listening to the Top Down Perspective. Sean is gone, as I said. I am Paul, and with me is John.
No, you have Bagel right now, apparently.
And Bagel.
Nope. Man, come on, buddy. Off the keyboard. Bye, Bagel. There we go. He's gone.
And we are going to bring you the latest and greatest in video game industry news and happenings, starting with what John has been playing.
Yay!
Yay!
I'm playing so much Mario Kart 7.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Who
could have seen that coming?
So, like, even on the plane down, you were just playing the whole time, right?
Oh, dude, on the way there, I had to keep getting my time down because I knew my time wasn't going to be good enough. Like, I went there knowing the only way I'd win is if I got lucky.
Sure.
And you saw how lucky I got, so.
Yeah. Did you know what the track would be and everything?
Yeah, they tell you what the track is in advance and what kart set you have to use. So for 13 and up, it's Retro Bowser Castle 1 from the Game Boy Advance version.
Okay.
You play as Bowser with standard kart. So standard kart body, standard kart wheels, standard glider, or super glider, I think is what it was called.
Okay. And
you have to get around that track as fast as possible.
Okay.
Glitch aside, there are like a bunch of ridiculous techniques you need to use in that stage to go fast. Like there's like these barrier walls on the side to keep you from falling into the lava. But to actually go fast, you have to jump on those walls and drift along them. It's kind of ridiculous. That's if you don't take the glitch. If you take the glitch, you don't have to do it as much.
Is that why they chose that course, do you think? Because
I honestly don't know.
Yeah, it seems weird to me that they would choose a course where it's like only the top people that play this specific game will know all the little tricks.
I talked to a bunch of the guys that were there. They were all a bunch of them were from Treehouse.
Oh,
and
okay.
They couldn't tell. We weren't allowed to look at ghosts of the other players for obvious reasons. But they were like, yeah, you are definitely going to have to use the glitch, because they were like, we can't tell you when they use the glitch or where they use the glitch, but the top times have definitely used the glitch. So they were aware of it and it was allowed.
That irks me.
Well, but here's the thing though. There's no way to enforce it without straight up watching their run.
You're right. That's so irritating, though. That's still irritating. Oh well.
Oh well, you gotta play the game, I guess. I just wish I'd known about it in advance to get my time down a little bit and maybe have gotten second. There's no way I would have gotten first. That time was way too good to hit first. No.
Yeah. That's really
I'm still having problems getting my fast time now, because you normally need a mushroom to get the glitch to work, and a time trial gives you 3, but like as soon as you use it, it's gone. Like, because you go into lava and you just teleport farther on in the race.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, but people figured out how to do it without the mushroom, and that's how they're getting all the crazy fast times.
Yeah.
So like they're doing it on every lap now.
As Kelman in the chat saying, do you have any idea why they would use Mario Kart 7, which has so many track exploits, compared to Mario Kart 8? Also, 8 being the newer game.
Yeah, simply because it's just easier to set up.
Oh, okay.
They had all the demo stations, or all the time trial stations were Nintendo 2DS XLs, which had just launched.
Oh, okay.
They had 3 pillars. 2 were set for the 10 and up, or 13 and up, and 1 was set for 12 and below.
Okay.
So yeah, they managed to get 15 setups in like a really small area.
Yeah.
Comparatively, if they had to use switches, they would have not been able to cram 5 together, maybe 4 at best.
Hmm.
Uh, and if it was Wii U's, then forget about it. Then they need TVs and everything. It would just be a gong show.
So really more of a logistics thing probably than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A
fair enough.
lot of us were wondering the same thing that were at the San Jose event, and we're like, why didn't they do like ARMS? Why didn't they do Splatoon 2? Why didn't they do like any Switch stuff at all or Wii U? And they're like, why
Right.
Mario Kart 7? It's just because it was Mario Kart, and I guess they felt it made sense.
Sure.
I don't know. Complaining about it at this point's worthless because
Sure.
it's still going. They're not going to stop it, so it's just like put up or shut up basically at this point for me.
Yeah, no, for sure. I just thought that was an interesting observation. It's like, there's so many new products they could have used as, like, marketing for this thing, even.
Yeah.
But
I don't know, man.
Weird.
Cause that's the thing. They used the 2DS XLs, so at least there was some marketing there.
how did that feel? Because I'm interested in that 2DS XL, if you want to... Really? I heard they're light.
I was not. They're very light. Like,
yeah. Like
almost
plastic.
feeling cheap light. Yeah,
Yeah.
almost feeling cheap light.
That's what I'm worried about.
See, because
Actually.
I'm used to the new 3DS XL, which is a
Yep.
lot heavier.
There's
a lot heavier.
heft to
feels-
it. Yep.
Yeah, but like the 2DS felt like cheaper plastic as a result. Like it was definitely lighter.
Mm-hmm.
The buttons felt fine. Although my first time trial run, one of the control sliders actually got stuck.
Oh,
So I was
really?
like, oh god, they can't be this cheap. But it only happened once and it never happened again.
Oh, okay.
But I was so pissed. Like my first try, like I couldn't finish a turn because the disc got stuck.
Yeah, that's messed up. That sucks.
But no, like everything else about it seemed okay. It just felt really light. I don't know.
Mhm.
I think the heft of this is I'm probably gonna stick with it, but
Sure.
I can see some people preferring it.
Yeah. Getting it for, like, your kid or something. A little
Yeah.
cheaper. Okay, cool. What else? Oh, you have one more other thing here, and I'm excited to talk to you about this because I can't play it until it comes out on Steam, because
PC.
that's what I'm
Okay.
gonna wait for.
On the way back, needing some form of escape from Mario Kart time trials, I played Sonic Mania.
Yeah, you gotta go fast. No matter what you play.
I
you
know,
gotta
no
go
matter
fast.
what, speed is the name of the game lately.
Yeah, for sure. So Sonic Mania, the game everybody is saying got them back into Sonic, which I think a lot of people saying that are just lying, and they were never into Sonic, personally, but that's fine.
I can
It doesn't
believe
matter.
that.
It doesn't matter to me. I'm just saying that I liked Generations a lot, and I heard Colors was good too. So people that were into Sonic maybe should have known that. That's all I'm saying. But what do you think about Sonic Mania?
I really like it.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. The music's really good. It's like a mix between Sonic CD and Jet Set Radio style.
Okay.
But like also there's a lot of music that's very like remixed. They're all like a bunch of the stages are old stages brought back and then like changed significantly.
Okay. How so? Like, how are they changed? I guess.
What's the best way to describe it? You played Sonic 2, right?
Yeah.
So you know Chemical Plant Zone, right?
It's one of my favorites. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. Chemical Plant Zone is in the game. It's the second world, so just like it was in Sonic 2.
Okay.
But Act 1 is basically Acts 1 and 2 of
Okay.
Chemical Plant Zone combined into one stage, and then Act 2 is like vastly different.
Huh. Okay.
Using
So,
some of the same
new
assets,
level?
but they added a bunch of new ones. Yeah, like none of the stages are the exact same.
Okay.
There'll be bits and pieces that feel the same, but then there'll be like differences.
Sure.
And then
Okay.
like the second act of it usually is drastically different.
I kind of like that idea. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. And then there's a bunch of whole like brand new zones introduced too.
Right. How far? Like, how much have you played of it?
I'm on I think the 5th zone. I have 4 Chaos Emeralds, and I've also done like a lot of the Blue Sphere minigames.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So the Chaos Emerald minigames are like this weird 3D Sonic R style racing game.
I did see a little bit of this. It's like a runner where you're chasing an alien thing that's holding.
Yeah, you're chasing like a little UFO that's carrying the emerald.
Yeah.
And you have to collect blue orbs to speed up. and then you can go up to Mach 3, and then but you also have to collect rings to keep your timer up, because if you go to take too long, you run out of time, or you can
Okay.
fall off the map if you're not careful.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm hit and miss on whether or not I like it. I enjoy it. They've definitely had worse in the past, but
Sure.
like, yeah, I don't know if this is my preferred way of getting Chaos Emeralds.
Mhm.
What I am glad is back though is Blue Spheres from Sonic 3.
Yeah, I that those games hurt my head.
I know, but I really enjoy them. They're a guilty pleasure, and they're also how you unlock extra content in the game.
Oh, that's cool.
Uh, yeah, so there's 32 of them, I think, 32 different maps, something like that for it.
Okay.
And if you clear it, you get a silver medal, and if you get all the rings and get a perfect, you get a gold medal.
Okay.
I think the gold medals are how you unlock content, because I got all the unlock pop-ups I got corresponded with how many golds I got, so I'm thinking that's how it works.
Okay. Um. Okay. So the problem I had with those in Sonic 3 is I felt like the response time for when you're turning felt weird a lot of the times. Is that different now at like a 60 frames per second modernized version of Sonic? Or is it still kind of weird?
I feel like the acceleration, deceleration, turning thing is a little bit better. Or do you mean in the
Okay.
minigame?
I'm talking about in the minigame specifically.
In the minigame, the turning still is disorienting for the blue spheres,
Okay.
but you get used to it. It actually feels like it's a little snappier as a result, and it actually has screwed me up, responding faster than I expected it to.
Mm-hmm.
So muscle memory for me has shot me in the foot a couple times.
Okay.
But that's only for blue spheres. For the actual Chaos Emerald minigame, like it's Sonic R, but better, I guess.
Okay. That's cool. Homer is saying you can preload turns. That sounds super
and that's,
important.
that is what messes me up a little bit, I guess.
Oh, okay. I see. Sure. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I think that comes out this week for PC, so that's probably going to be the thing I talk about whenever we do TDP next, probably next week or whatever.
I won't
Sean.
be here for though.
Well, yeah.
Because it'll be PAX time. I leave Thursday for PAX.
Woo! Yeah,
Yay.
PAX.
Whoa. Dude, I'm kind of done with conventions.
Dude, I'm with you, but like,
Oh man,
I don't know.
I'm more happy
there
to
was
be
a
going
time-
to Seattle than anything.
Yeah, there was a time when I loved going to conventions, but I don't know.
What year was it that we drove to PAX?
Oh, it feels like a lifetime ago.
Yeah,
It feels
'Cause,
like
like,
another
I-
life.
I want to kind of clarify this for those who can tell I have con fatigue, because this is like, I think I worked at the math before. This is like PAX number 15, 17 for me now. I don't remember.
Probably.
Yeah.
One we went to together, oh, it had to be either 2011 or 2012. It had to be at least 5 or 6 years ago when we drove together.
I'm trying to remember if that was like even before we did TRG, or if that was just like,
I think you were doing
Us.
TRG already.
I can't remember if I was doing TRG already, or if this was the year that we had just started it. Trying to remember, because like there was a year or two I just went to PAX, not as like a guest or anything or a panelist. It was just me, and like I went with some other Calgary friends. I went with you.
Yep.
And I went with like my girlfriend at the time and a bunch of our friends. And
that was
like
the year after you and I went. You drove with her and her friends, I believe.
All right, that would have been the first year we had done the panel at West.
Yes.
Which was the revamped version.
Yes, that would have been that year. So probably like 2011.
Yeah, it would have been 2011.
That was probably 6 years
Yeah,
ago.
2011, and I had gone a year before that too. So I've been going to PAX since 2010, twice a year since 2012.
Not including there's at least been another 1 or 2 every year besides PAX that you've gone to as well.
Yeah,
MagFest or MomoCon or whatever. So, yeah.
So, yeah.
It's understandable.
I'm a little sick of PAX at this point.
Yeah.
I guess 2011 would have been the first one because I think we just went to East and recorded. That sounds right. I'm trying to do all this math in my head right now, not remembering.
Sure, sure.
I've been to a lot of PAXs, is what I'm saying.
And I think what people forget to realize is that when you go, it's work. It's a work trip. Like, it's not.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
lose like
I
lose
like,
a couple of days just getting everything ready. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's also that. I don't blame you because as it's never been a work trip for me, I got fatigued after a couple of years myself. So
I still
get
recommend
it.
going to PAX for people. Like,
Oh,
it's
for sure.
an experience that is really good. Maybe just not an experience you need to do year after year for like 6+ years. I actually have I'm looking up now. Okay, 2011 was my first PAX East, and that would have been the year that we drove. So it was 2011 we drove, and 2010 was my first PAX.
Okay. Would that have been your first like major convention out of the city?
This is my 15th PAX. This is my 15th PAX.
That's insane. That's actually crazy. Man.
What have I done to myself?
And like this also doesn't this is just we're only talking about stuff where you've traveled. There's shit that's been going on here in Calgary and Edmonton.
Oh,
like
I mean, whatever. The shit in Calgary's fine. That's like I get to go sleep in my own bed at that point. That's fine.
That's true. You get to chat
even
with
the
Bagel.
stuff in Edmonton's not that bad because it's like what, a 2.5-hour drive. I'm in my own car. I can go explore.
Yeah, I think Edmonton's pretty bad. I don't like.
I mean, okay.
Yeah. Anyways, where the hell were we? Sonic Mania.
Yeah, nice segue there. Super strong segue. Real good.
Yeah, I'm excited to play it. Gotta go fast this week on PC.
You'll enjoy it.
I almost bought it on PS4 last night, but then I was like, what am I doing? It's like a week away from the thing I want to play it on. I can wait. It's fine. But yeah, is that all you've been doing?
Pretty much, yeah. We're finishing Final Fantasy V on stream this week, hopefully.
Cool.
Well, I have to because otherwise the charity doesn't get any money. So.
And it's all kind of a waste if you don't.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you could have just played it the way you wanted to.
Yeah, which would have been more fun for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I don't know.
How has that been going? I don't love watching RPGs, so I haven't really been checking that out.
That's fair. Like, having the team I've had has been interesting, trying to figure out stuff.
Yeah.
People have been like, you're going to get in so much trouble for this thing, and then I just walk through it, no problem. and there's other points where I'm like, you're going to have a real hard time with this, and they're totally right.
Yeah.
But mostly doing things blind has been real good. I've remembered bits and pieces from playing Record Keeper a couple years ago.
Okay, yeah.
But that's only been really helpful for boss fights. I'm in the final dungeon now. Last stream, I basically gave up on like reprimanding people for spoilers because it wasn't working.
Oh, okay.
I started like banning people for like a month last stream or the previous stream, and I had to ban one of my mods.
Oh God.
And
the
then
drama.
and then people still were doing it after I banned a mod, so I was just like, fuck it, it's not worth it.
Why do people have that drive where they have to ruin a blind experience?
The thing is, like, they're trying to help. That's the problem, and that's why I find it so hard to be super angry about it. Is that they're trying to help.
Sure. Were they rude about it though?
No,
okay.
Thank God. No one was ever really rude about it. They were just like, hey, go check the bestiary for this character. Hey, look, there's the best item in the game you could steal. So I'm like, okay, cool, you're timed out and I'm not doing that. Bye. So, like, I had to do shit like that.
Yeah. I get it.
Like, I want to try to figure out because a bunch of the bosses are puzzles, and like,
yeah.
People are just like, I'm screaming out the answer. You don't get to have the experience for yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really shitty. Even I know they're not trying to be shitty about it, but I know what you're talking about. It's why I didn't play Resident Evil 7 at all until I beat it twice on my own on stream. Because people are real shits about that. Either intentionally or not. But I'm glad you've been having fun with it, either way. That's been good.
Yeah. XC Priest brings up an interesting point. They said, I feel like they didn't know clearly what counted as a spoiler. Yeah, but I had scrolling text on top of the screen that said no help at all. Like
Sure.
that you can say what doesn't count as a spoiler all you want. It literally said no help.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, technically, if something's blind, literally everything can be considered a spoiler.
That too.
Like, yeah. Yeah.
And a bunch of people were like, "Hey, John, can I tell you about like what as like an enemy you should steal from?" Like they were actually like courteous, and I said, "No, but thank you." So like,
Sure.
so those people weren't time. And like I said, it just became a mess. It wasn't worth it. So I just said, "Fuck it." The only downside is
Yeah.
now we have the final big bad coming up next stream or like next Monday,
Yeah.
and apparently there's like some puzzle to the fight or like there's like some trick to the fight I can do to make it easier on me.
Yeah.
And a bunch of people want to see me figure it out on my own, but I know people are just going to blurt it out
Oh,
by the
for
time
sure.
I get there, which is going to really bum me out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's too bad. You're actually going to probably have to not read chat. Just
Yeah,
straight up.
that's
Which-
and that's shitty because then what's the
It's
point of
shitty.
streaming if you're not even
That-
reading chat?
That's it. Yeah. Yeah. No, I know. It's rough. Come on, chat. Just be cool. Everybody be cool. It'll be fine. But yeah, that's cool. I'm glad that you're almost done that.
Yeah, I think next year when I do it for the charity thing and I don't have to worry about spoilers anymore, will be a way better experience.
For sure. Yeah, I can understand that.
Other than that, yeah, like I'm in my free time. I'm either playing stuff to keep myself sane or just practicing more Mario Kart because I need to get my time down.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna do the last qualifier, I need to get my time down in the 113s and 114s, and right now I'm in the 117s.
Mm.
So I have a lot of work to do. It's ridiculous. There's tons of videos out there for like how to mimic it.
Yeah.
It's just actually mimicking it is the hard part.
And just mimicking it perfectly will cut you down that like 2 to 3 seconds. Like that's how much of a difference.
Basically, yeah, it's all about optimization. I'm at the point where like obvious tricks have like saved me what they can. It's all down to like you can't turn without drifting or speed boosting, otherwise you lose speed. If you don't get a red turbo boost on this turn, you've lost time. If you don't like cover enough of this corner by jumping over this wall, you lose time. If you hang glide incorrectly, you lose time. If the timer on the stage for like the thwomps is off, like so if they're down on the ground at a certain time and you can't take the correct line anymore, you've lost time. It's all like little optimizations that equal a lot. But
Yeah.
also like it's also about mastering the glitch correctly so I can also shave off a couple seconds.
Yeah. So it's all execution now. Like the theory's
It's all
there.
execution.
Now it's just doing
And
it.
the problem is I love Mario Kart, but I fucking hate time trials.
Yeah, that's fair.
I
That's totally
hate
fair.
time trials. I only ever beat like the Nintendo Ghosts and always left it at that because they were
Yeah.
just never fun to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you on that point for sure. All right, cool. I've been playing Observer. Do you know what Observer is?
This is not the card game, right?
It is not, no. So Observer is the new game by Bloober Team, the team that did Layers of Fear. They do like weird, what will probably eventually become VR horror games, but like first-person horror game things where you're kind of exploring a story in first person and like, I don't know, you're kind of like opening drawers and like looking on shelves and stuff for things in a confined area is kind of like what they do to like find out what's going on. And then there's scary stuff going on behind you. Then you turn around and everything's weird and trippy. That's basically what Observer is. Observer is their new product, which takes place as what's that guy's name? Rutger Hauer. Like, it's supposed to be a character, but it's Rutger Hauer, like 100%. You are a detective in the year 2048, I want to say, or 84, I think. 2084 sounds right. 100 years after 1984. Yeah, 2084. It's this weird Blade Runner-esque, creepy detective, like noir thing where you play an observer, which is basically like a freelance detective guy with cybernetics implanted in you. And you get a call from your son. you go investigate his apartment and see that there's like a dead body in his apartment, and you're kind of figuring out what the hell's going on from there. That's kind of how it starts off. And it's one of these games where there's like detective vision, basically, because you have cybernetic implants and all that sort of stuff. So you have like a vision to look at biometric like data on stuff like living tissue and blood and that sort of thing. And you also have vision to see special electronics and that sort of thing. So it focuses really on you exploring the environment where like crazy shit's going on. But where it gets really creepy is you can jack into people's head chips and like see their like memories and dreams and shit, and it's creepy and terrifying and the worst, most like nauseating thing ever. It's really cool. It's a cool game. I think people are saying it's about 6 to 7 hours long, and I'm probably about halfway. I've been playing it for about 3. The problem with the game is that it makes me a little physically ill, because the field of view feels very closed in because it's a first-person game. There's a lot of weird jerky movements in a lot of spots, and they change when you change your vision, there's this weird, like, I don't know, static that happens every now and then, and things get a little, when things are getting trippy, everything goes all pixely for a little bit, so it kind of strains your eyes, and everything goes different colors. It's cool, but it makes me actually sick, so I can only play it for about an hour or 2 at a time.
Yeah, I just looked at the trailer for it on Steam. It actually looks really cool.
It's very cool. It's nauseating as hell, but it's very cool. I kind of like that type of game. Like, I don't love horror games where you have nothing to defend yourself with, and this kind of game so far has had kind of the spots where something is looking for you, and you have to, like, hide and, like, try to get past it, and I hate that type of horror. I like horror where, like, I have options where I can stealth past something, or I can try to fight it off, or at least feel like I have some sort of control over my character. This has the problem of you don't do that stuff. Like, it's very much one of the you can get killed by things games, and it's kind of not that interesting to me. But overall, the aesthetic is what I live for this game. Like, it's the only reason I wanted it, because I really, really like that Blade Runner kind of like futuristic but shitty futuristic tech look and feel, where there's just a bunch of CRT monitors and computers everywhere, but like people have implants to like cybernetic implants, and there's like, I don't know, there's a disease that some people get from those implants that make them sick and like hallucinate, and I just love that shit. It's really, really cool. Observer is kind of a cool game that does that stuff quite well. I just get sick playing it, but I'm looking forward to finishing it. So more on that when I finish. I'll have more thoughts on it, I guess. But that's pretty much it. That's all I've been playing myself.
Nice.
So we shall move on to the little bit of news we have. All right. The SNES Classic was released. As we were talking about, Sean messaged us both that it was up for Best Buy US.
Right,
so thanks for that,
that was
Sean.
on the podcast. I thought that was before it for some reason.
Yeah. Thanks, Sean. Appreciate you telling me that you were able to get it. That was awesome at 2 in the morning. But
To be fair, I was home and awake at the time.
I mean, I was too, but I was annoyed because it wasn't for Canada. So yeah, he got one. He'll be able to talk about that when he gets his. And do you have the NES Classic? Did you get one?
I got one through winning a raffle. That was the only way I could get one, and that was like a month ago. So I have one on my bookshelf right now. Oh,
okay, cool. I didn't actually know that. Actually, you and I haven't done this podcast together for about a month, so that makes that makes
so like
sense.
either one of us has been gone like at some time frame in a while. So
yeah. Okay, so did it kick into gear that like collector part of you where it's like, well, I have the NES Classic now, I feel like I need the SNES
Well, no,
one?
now here's the thing. I only wanted the SNES Classic because I wanted to see the completed version of Star Fox 2.
Okay.
That's why I want a SNES Classic. Also, I want one to give to my nephew so they can like play the games my sister and I grew up on.
Yeah.
But like it's so hard to get them, dude.
That's what I feel like that NES Classic and SNES Classic really is made for. Like, if I had a kid, it would be an instant I would have been waiting in line for that pre-order and shit. Yeah.
And honest to God, probably 90% of them aren't going to kids, which kind of pisses me off a little bit.
It really pisses me off. Yeah. Fucking scalpers already have that shit, like, instantly up, and it just drives me crazy. I hate it so much. But, that's what I feel like these were made for. Like, for that new generation of kids, to show them in an easy... Like, you just plug a TV in their room with no cable or whatever, just plug this into the TV, bam. They have, like, 30 games or whatever the hell. And they're all good games from our childhood. Like, that just seems like the perfect thing to get. Like a son, daughter, nephew, niece, whatever. So, it's too bad. It's too bad that Nintendo sucks at giving people what they want, and people suck and try to rip each other off.
I still don't get, like, supply and demand with Nintendo seems to be a weird foreign concept. Like, I don't, like, they must just be, like, super extremely casually, like, lowering their expectations on things when they produce them.
Yeah, I don't understand it either. They have that toy company mentality still of creating a false scarcity, and I hate it. I hate when toy companies do that, and I really hate it when Nintendo does that. But yeah.
Well, they say supposedly they'll be easier to get this time around, so we'll see if that's actually the case.
Yeah, no doubt.
I would like it if the scalpers had to sell them at cost to get rid of them. That, to me, would be the ultimate, like, fuck you.
I would like it if every scalper just got a box with a bomb in it.
All right, that's a little rough.
Yeah, it's probably a little far. Games of Gold for September were released, announced, whatever you want to call it. For Xbox One, you're going to get Forza 5 and Oxenfree. For Xbox 360, you're going to get Hydro Thunder. And is that Hydro Thunder?
Yeah, it should be Hydro Thunder
Hurricane. Yeah,
something like that. Yeah, that's the one.
Hydro Thunder Hurricane. I couldn't remember what the title was. And Battlefield 3?
Okay.
Yeah, that's weird, considering...
And right now, it's Trials Fusion, Slime Rancher, and Red Faction Armageddon.
Yeah. Battlefield 3? Because 4 is the old one now. Like,
yeah. Welcome to how it works.
I guess, right?
I guess 3 had a single player, so...
Yeah, fair enough. I don't know. I just don't know. Oxenfree is a good game, though, and Forza 5, I'm sure, is probably great. Because those games are fun, if that's the type of game you're into. The big news that kind of hit recently, Secret of Mana remake. Nobody saw that coming.
Nope. Especially considering they already announced for the Switch in Japan, like, a Secret of Mana collection.
Yeah.
So it had, like, the Game Boy original one, it had our Secret of Mana, and it had Seiken Densetsu 3. Like, all 3 of those were on one Switch game, but they aren't announced for North America yet, so this one is in English, so that means it is, hopefully?
Oh. Yeah,
Actually,
probably.
was that confirmed? Yeah. I totally forget.
Yes. It seems to be, anyways. Like, it says...
for PC and Vita on February 15th, 2018.
Remastered, scored, voice acting. Yeah, I'm sure it is. Oh, yeah, that's cool. That's going to be, I think, February 15th, 2018. And it's coming out on PC, which is super cool. But yeah, a bunch of people on Twitter, when that was announced, were just like, wait, what? Like, holy shit. Didn't expect
this
that.
rules, but why?
Yeah, nobody expected that at all. The other thing I have here, and this is something Sean actually sent me in a DM, is that there is a follow-up to that Reigns game, that iOS Android game that's also on Steam by Devolver Digital. That's kind of like a Tinder app or something where you swipe left or right depending on which option you want to do for a weird story that's going on where you're the king. Well, there is a follow-up called Reigns Her Majesty where you play a queen, and it's by the looks of it, going to be the exact same thing with a different story and different options, and I am super looking forward to it, because I thought Reigns was one of the top 10 games of last year, if I remember, or at least an honorable mention.
I believe it was, yeah.
I think it was on my top 10. I think it was quite high, too. So yeah, I'm super excited about this, and people should check that out. Also, as we were talking a little bit before, Dragon Ball FighterZ is coming out out in beta, I guess, pretty soon.
Yeah, you can currently sign up for closed beta rather
closed
for
beta.
The game, and I believe the actual beta times are September 15th and 16th. That sounds right. Let me double check that.
Yeah, that sounds right. They
actually
said
16th and 17th. I was off.
Okay, they said that the registration was closed, but we checked before we started here, and it's still open. You can
it seemed like you could submit in there, no problem.
Yeah. So that's cool. Did you submit into that? You're going to try to get in?
Not yet, but maybe. I don't know. I'm hoping it's just going to be at PAX, and then I'll get my fill that way.
Yeah, that's fair. For sure. That is pretty much... Yeah, that's pretty much it for news.
Oh, wait. Is that true? Because that's incredible if that's true.
What's that?
The beta times are the date that Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite come out. Is that true?
That's hilarious.
I'm double checking.
Okay, cool. We gotta do some fact
Oh my
checking
god, they're the 2 days before the game comes out.
Oh man.
September 19th is when the game comes out, and September 16th and 17th are the Dragon Ball FighterZ beta.
Wow. All right.
That's hilarious.
Some shade being thrown. I like it.
Little bit.
It. I'm excited for Infinite, honestly. But yeah, that's really funny. Okay, and that is it for news you can use. That's that news, the news segment.
Is that what we're calling it now? Is that the name?
I guess
news
so.
You can use, finally. Make sure to use it well, though.
Yep.
It's got a best before date.
Okay. Which brings us to everybody's favorite segment, questions. And emails, or comments, or whatever you want to call it. Exactly.
Words. Oh, I just realized something bad. All right.
Oh, no.
Well, not bad, but you know probably what it is based on the fact I just reached off camera.
Okay. If people have questions, comments, any of that sort of thing, you can write in at topdownperspective@gmail.com, TDP Podcast on Twitter, Facebook.com/topdownperspective, John's P.O. Box.
Speaking of...
Yeah, that's what okay. Hey,
apparently we hadn't checked the mail in a while.
That's some nice writing that person has.
Very clean handwriting.
Very clean handwriting.
Well, I have a feeling, because I think they warned us in the past that all these were going to be from here on out were just the Game of the Year lists with Undertale on everything.
Okay.
So I have a feeling we can probably skip most of these, but I'm going to verify that before I commit to that.
Sure.
And 7th of August, Never Gonna Give You Up, and yes, Undertale. Oh, but now it says PS4, so now it's actually a viable entry for Game of the Year.
Yeah. He can have one vote. That's fine. In it. He can write Undertale as much as he wants. It only counts as one vote from one person.
Yeah, all it does is mean I have to recycle a lot of paper.
That's basically kind of it.
14th of August, Never Gonna Let You Down. Exact same thing.
I'm hoping one of these is different. Otherwise, this is a waste.
I mean, he basically said, like, from here on out, it was just going to be this.
It's just going to be this?
It's probably safe to skip.
The Undertale guy hates trees. Yes, he does. Yeah.
24th of July, I just want to tell you how I'm feeling.
Okay. The best part is how you keep showing the camera, just like...
Like, the camera, like, people need to know I'm not making this shit up, basically.
No, I know. It's like you're presenting an award. And the winner is...
The award for most Undertales written on a piece of paper goes to this guy. A full commitment's what I'm thinking of. July 10th.
I'm actually thinking we might have to put a post-mortem on, like... Don't actually do this anymore, just because of all this paper. Like, this is actually making... I'm not even an environmentalist dude, This is making me feel ill. Like how much of a waste this is.
You wouldn't get this from any other guy. July 17th. You are correct.
This is silly. This is... This is actually just silly.
And this is the last one I'm opening now.
This one person is helping keep the postal service from going under. The man is a hero.
July 31st. Got to make you understand. There you go.
I'm a little disappointed there wasn't something a little different.
Nope, they were all just never gonna give you up. Rick Astley lyrics.
Yeah.
All 6. Right. I just opened 6 envelopes just in case anyone was wondering.
I would say thank you for your entry, but instead I'm gonna say fuck you, stop killing trees. And then you could be like this amazingly green person who sent in an email. Cody writes in and says, which video games do you think would make a fun crossover? I was recently thinking about how Metroid could do a crossover. Wait. Okay. I'll read this out and it should be obvious why I'm like, wait, this is dumb. I was recently thinking how Metroid could do a crossover with Mega Man or Castlevania. The latter would be called Metroidvania.
I'm pretty sure he's making fun of it.
He's absolutely making fun of it.
If he was not aware of that, I would be so fucking impressed and stunned.
Yeah.
Like if that, yeah.
You're right though. It could be called Metroidvania.
Someone should get on that, man. It's a good idea.
Someone should get on that shit for sure. Video games that can make a fun crossover. I don't know why I always find this like to be a hard question. Because I feel like the crossovers I like the most are ones I wouldn't think of. Like the specifically with the fighting games. Okay, actually a recent example that's coming up soon is Mario X Rabbids XCOM, basically. Yeah. Like
I'm excited for that.
Who the hell saw that coming? That's a pretty fun crossover in its own way. Even though I hate Rabbids.
What a weird idea, but I've been like stupid excited for it ever since they showed gameplay.
Right? It's so silly. Fun crossover. Now, what if you just put like characters from one franchise into another franchise? Is that too lazy? Like, nothing else changes, it's just this character is like a skin now or something you can unlock?
I feel like they've done that. Like, Capcom does it all the time. Like, here, you can dress up as like one of our other characters.
Yeah. They need a Mario shooter.
I mean, yeah, technically this does fit the Mario shooter niche.
Yep. I don't know, I find this pretty hard question. What would you do for a Metroid Castlevania game? What would you even do for a Metroid Castlevania crossover? It's like the exact same game. But you would just put Metroid or Samus in like a castle.
Why not at this point? She's been everywhere else.
Yeah, Castle World, exactly.
Homer says Sonic and Mario transformed Kart. That's just Mario Kart 7 and 8. That's all that is.
With Sonic characters?
Yeah.
Yep. It's true. That's what it is. Dracula in space, Samus in a castle.
Hell yeah, I'm in. I want Space Dracula.
Yeah, Belmont's in space.
I want the Jason X equivalent of Castlevania. That's exactly what I want.
God, that would be so good.
I know. I'm in.
Oh, yeah, I'm so into that. Yeah, fun crossovers. I think every crossover can be fun when there's some thought put into it, so...
What's that ridiculous fighting game one that's coming out either this year or next? It's like Persona crossed with Blaze Blue, crossed with Ruby, crossed with like some anime.
Yeah. That's a fun mix-up of characters. That's ridiculous in the right way. Man, that's gonna be some like weeb porn though. when that comes out, people will not shut up about that game, I feel. Kirby's Wrath? Kirby's Wrath is really good.
I would also play that.
Yep.
It explains all the angry Kirby face videos.
Yep. All right, and that is actually it for questions, and that is a show for this week. John, what is your game of the week?
Sonic Mania, because I'm so fucking sick of Mario Kart.
I'm going to give it to Observer, and as we were saying earlier, John will be doing his Final Fantasy thing this week, so make sure you check that out.
I got 4 streams coming up this week. It's gonna be ridiculous.
Are you able to talk about any of them?
I signed the contract. I think I'm allowed to. There's no NDA on it.
Okay.
Yeah. So Sunday's fortune cookie. We just moved today's fortune cookie to tomorrow because I'm going to be leaving the house pretty much in a couple minutes.
Sure.
Monday we're finishing Final Fantasy V. Hopefully. Tuesday I'm actually doing some promo work for Ubisoft. I'm going to be playing Mario and Rabbids. They asked me to play like 2 hours of it, so I'm going to stream a couple hours of it.
Oh hell yeah.
Wednesday will also be part of that as well. They asked me to do it Tuesday and Wednesday, but Wednesday's also going to be either the variety stream or it just might be a bit of cookie. So, yeah, there's going to be a bunch of Mario and Rabbids going on Tuesday and Wednesday.
Hell yeah.
Officially sponsored. Ooh, hashtag sellout.
Hashtag ad, I guess. Isn't that
hashtag
it?
ad? Hashtag give me money, please, Ubisoft.
Wasn't there a hashtag that people were saying we should use this hashtag every time it's a sponsored thing or whatever?
Something like that, yeah.
I think it's hashtag ad, which is hilarious to me, but whatever. Social media.
Hashtag paying the rent.
Yeah, no kidding. So yeah, that's cool. That's what you guys can look forward to. Sean will be back next week, and I think he and I will probably do a show. And if not, it might just be me on camera talking about my cats for a few hours.
Because Thursday I'm gone to PAX. Thursday to Wednesday, I believe I'm gone because we're staying an extra day.
You're doing throwing controllers, correct?
Throwing controllers is on Sunday. I forget what time. I want to say it's either 4:30 or 6.
Will it be streamed?
Probably.
Okay, cool. So people can check that out as well next weekend. But yeah, that is it for this week. Thank you for listening, and we will see you guys next time.
Hi, everybody.